Good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Full Throttle Sim Racing action from Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, presented by Full Throttle TV. Tonight's special coverage of the FTSR Saturday Night Money Race. Tonight we've got the next gens here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway to see who can take home a $50 prize and take home the win, take home the trophy. These guys have been practicing for the last hour and a half. We're getting ready to get underway. Qualifying is now underway, and we'll see who will be starting from the top. Again, my name is Brody Hanna. I'll be bringing you the action here tonight, and it's going to be an interesting night. Looks like we're going to have two heats after qualifying. And once those are finished, you get a full invert. So the fastest cars go to the back, have to work their way to the front for 150 laps here at Nashville Fairgrounds. They have two sets of tires, one faster pair, and we'll see how things progress and who can take home the victory here tonight at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. This track is really a unique track. I'll bring up the race information. There's a lot of character, I guess you would say, at this track. A lot of bumps in the corners, especially on the low lines in both ends, especially turn two, though. And it makes for some exciting racing. And you throw in the fact that these Gen 4 cars, I think I said Gen 4, I hope I didn't say next gen, but they are Gen 4 cars, a lot of horsepower coming out of the corner. Hard to get the rear tires to hook up. These guys will be fighting that all night. Not to mention you only have two sets of tires to use. So you have to save those tires, make sure you have track position, and try to take home the victory here tonight. So a lot of things going to be going through these guys' mind for sure. Some of the guys taking their qualifying lap will kind of sneak a peek in here too. This is Michael Cockman in the number 19, getting his lap down. Off the corner, you're going to see a lot of that getting loose off the corner tonight. Donald Hickson goes to the top. Cockman slots in P4 currently. That right there is what the guys are going to be fighting coming off the corner. A lot of horsepower in these cars, and just hard to get those tires to hook up like you need to. As Bryson Myers comes off pit road, trying to get those tires warmed up. He's already loose. Brandon Elder in the 51 here. One of our regulars here at FTSR. Slots in P4. Cool looking car. Off of trading paints, but get the Sharpie colors, or lack of color, I guess. So far 10 to take time, now 11. '24 of Joshua Slate trying to lock in a time, gets loose off the corner, is unable to finish that lap. And qualifying's over, so we're going to go into the first heat. I'll see if I can show you guys the starting lineup for heat number 1. There we go. Heat race number 1 is going to have Tyler Brown starting in first position, and Brandon Elder on the outside of row 1. Row 2 is going to have the 54 of Rick Webb, And on the outside, it's going to be Michael Cockman in the number 19. Row 3 is going to have the 20 of Chris Johnson. To his outside is going to be the 12 of George Riley. And making up the final rows, the 22 of Bobble Whitehead and the 23 of Ethan Tyrell, rounding out the 8-car grid here for the heats. Again, the heats will be 8 laps apiece, short heats here, just to kind of get a warm up and get a lineup. And trust me, these restarts are going to be critical. Trying to get that power down on a restart for these cars is very tough. Looks like we only have 4 of the 8 out on track, so we're going to have a 4-car race here. Again, these guys don't race this car all that much, so it's kind of new to some of these guys. And like I said, getting the power down is going to be critical. We'll see who is most prepared for that situation. 1 to go, lights are off. We're going to get the green flag next time by. Looks like Tyler Brown's going to take the outside lane. Pace car pulls off. The field is in the hands of Tyler Brown in the 76, waiting for the green flag. Green is out, and you see the tire spin, and we're underway here at Nashville. Race number 1, 8 laps, and you see still side by side through 1 and 2. The bumps there. Brandon Elder able to slide into P2. You hear the tires just struggling here, so we got a pass for third there. Rick Webb tries to, and he gets tagged by the 19 of Cockman. And there's a caution. Caution is out. Let's go back and look at that. Going into turn 1, the 19 just drives into the corner, drifts up the track, into the 54, and right around they go. Again, only 8 laps here. We'll watch another view of it. The 54 gets by. The 19 sails it off into turn 1. Just cannot keep the car on the bottom and up into the 54. See, it's 54 with some damage right there on the front of his car. It's going to affect the way that car drives for sure. Meanwhile, the 51 of Brandon Elder is going to have another chance here on a restart to try to do something with the 76. Lights are off. Going green again this time by. It's going to be a green-white checker, it looks like, to finish this heat off. Through 3 and 4, the pace car is going to pull down. Again, your leader, Tyler Brown, takes the outside. We're going to see what kind of restart he can get here. Off turn 4, waiting for the green. There's the green. Green flag's out, and a much better solid start by the 76. The 51 of Elder just hang on to second place, and meanwhile the 19 loose again off turn 2. And loose into turn 3. He's going to give that position up to the 54 of Rick Webb. Last lap, final lap of Heat 1. Looks like the 76 has got it in the bag unless he does something major here. Through 3 and 4, the 51 chasing him, but it's not going to be enough. The 76 of Tyler Brown will take heat race number 1. Brandon Elder second, Rick Webb third, Michael Cockman fourth. And that leads us into heat race number 2. The lineup for heat race number 2 is going to be 11 of Tony Solari on the pole. To the outside, it's going to be Sherwood Williford in the number 33. In row 2 and third, it's going to be the 14 of Stephen Allen. And to the outside, in the 24, is going to be Joshua Slate. Row 3 in fifth position is going to be the 7 of Matthew Modetsky. To the outside of him is going to be James Burrows in the 141. Seventh is going to be Austin Demore. And then in eighth, and the final spot for heat number 2 is going to be the 81 of Anthony Reiner. And some of these guys did not make the start. So all those guys will probably not be on track. Looks like the top 3 so far are going to be here. So heat race number 1 had a wreck early, cut them short. We'll come out this time, pace lights will be out, and we will get to go racing next time around. If these guys watch the first race, then it'd kind of be easy on the throttle here. We'll see who gets off the line a little bit better. Easy to spin the tires with these cars. And the green flag's out. Heat race number 2 is underway. Good start by the 11 of Solari on the bottom. He's able to take the lead. The battle is for second. Lane Allen on the inside, looking to the inside of Sherwood Williford, and the 33 on the outside. In the 3, still side by side. The 33 of Williford fights hard, fights back on the outside, and takes the position. Lane comes back. Gets a good run off the corner. So Lane's still side by side. Up the track. Oh, and round. Right in front of the 33, but we stay green. Unfortunately, Sherwood Williford got a little piece of damage, but he continues on. The 14 of Allen in trouble. Meanwhile, Tony Solari continues to cruise out front. Little wiggle off the corner. Maintaining, if not maybe stretching it out a little bit. 1.8 seconds back to Sherwood Williford. Tony Solari coming around to C3 to go here in this 8-lap heat. Sherwood Williford running the high line around this track. Gap up to 2 seconds to Tony Solari. Joshua Slate made it on track, but missed the start. To 3 and 4, Tony will see the white flag. 1 lap to go here in heat race number 2. He set himself up nicely. Down the backstretch. Into turn 3, almost 3-second gap between him and Sherwood Williford. Through 3 and 4 to the checkered flag. Tony Solari wins heat race number 2. Sherwood Williford second. Lane Allen able to come home third. And Joshua Slate's going to end up fourth after starting from the pits. It looks like we will have a third heat race. So let's show you the grid for heat race number 3. Heat race number 3, your lineup's going to be the 88 of Donald Hickson on the pole in the 88. On the outside is going to be the 21 of Justin Brown. Row 2 is going to be Aaron Bunker in the 25 and Clint Crowell on the outside of him in the 48. Fifth place is going to be Tommy Schaefer in the number 3. Bryson Myers is going to be 6th in the number 16. And rounding out the 7-car Heat 3 lineup, it's going to be Max Jacobson in the 32. So it is a 3-car heat. Donald Hickson, Justin Brown, and Aaron Bunker. Justin Brown, the brother of Tyler Brown, who won heat race number 1. We've seen the green this time by. Again, Donald Hickson on the pole for this heat. In the black number 88 Budweiser machine. On the outside of him is Justin Brown in the 21. Through 3 and 4, waiting for the green flag. Green is out, and we are underway here at Nashville for heat race number 3. Great jump by the 88 of Hickson. Aaron Bunker and Justin Brown battling out for second place, and Aaron Bunker gets sideways. And Justin Brown gets by somehow. Let's go back and look at that. Sideways. Oh, and he just sneaks by. Wow. Talk about being close. Donald Hickson has a nice 2.3 second lead over Justin Brown in second, who's trying to close that gap. Five laps to go here in heat race number 3. Hickson looking strong out front. Now up to a 5.2 second lead. Justin Brown struggling for grip back there. But Donald having no issues, just cruising out there at this point. 3 laps to go in heat race number 3. Car looks nice and stuck to the ground. Ooh, Justin Brown had issues. Don't see him. He must be in the pits. White flag's out. Coming off of turn 4, you're going to see the checkered flag for Donald Hickson's going to take the win. Aaron Bunker is going to finish second after Justin Brown had issues. So here comes second place Aaron Bunker to finish out heat race number 3. So now it's time for the main event. Remember, the starting lineup was inverted based on your heat finish. So the fast guys are going to start out back, and we're going to be able to see them work through the field. Let's look at our starting lineup for tonight's race. Anthony Reiner starts on the pole. Outside is going to be Ethan Tyrell. Row 2 is going to be Max Jacobson and Austin Demore. Row 3 is going to be Bobby Whitehead. And 6th place is going to be Bryson Myers. Then you're going to have James Burrows and George Riley in 8th. 9th is going to be Tommy Schaefer. 10th is going to be Matthew Modeski. 11th is going to be Chris Johnson. And then Chris Crowell will round out the 12 cars. And then you're going to have Justin Slater. Josh. Well, as you look at the rest of the field, and we're getting the 1 to go. We're going to go green next time by. $150 laps, 2 sets of tires, 1 fast repair, and 1 guy is going to walk out of here with $50. Pretty good payday for a night at the races, so we'll see what happens here. We got 9 cars on the grid. Let's see who can do it. The 24 of Joshua Slate starting on the pole. Green flag's out, and we are underway 150 laps here at Nashville Fairgrounds. Oh, you see Aaron Bunker getting sideways. He caught up the 51 of Brandon Elder. Everybody keeps going, though. Lane Allen currently leading. Joshua Slate now looking to the high side. Nothing doing. And now Joshua Slate fighting with Rick Webb and Sherwood Williford. And boy, are they getting stacked up here. Rick Webb looking for some room off of turn 2, trying to get that second place from Joshua Slate. Now Sherwood Williford looking inside, and 54 is loose. Rick Webb almost loses it, but hangs on to it. Now they're 3 wide into the corner. They smartly back out of that. Donald Hickson, Rick Webb, and Tony Solari fighting there. Tyler Brown in that as well. Trying to fight his way to the front. His fastest in practice. We'll see if he can make his way to the front and be a part of this battle. Meanwhile, in front of him, Donald Hickson trying to look around Joshua Slate and does so. So Hickson up to third. Sherwood Williford actually moved up to second. So great move so far for Williford. Lane Allen just getting around Aaron Bunker. Battle for third there. Hickson still trying to hang on to that. Slate back to fifth. Tyler Brown now in fourth. The 54 of Rick Webb trying to get around Joshua Slate, who slid back to sixth place. Now we're battling up front. We got the lap car of Aaron Bunker there. They all slide by. We got Tyler Brown, Donald Hickson, and Sherwood Williford all right here together. Second, third, and fourth. Lane Allen is checked out to about a 3-second lead. Battle for second. Donald Hickson going for second here in the 88. Sherwood Williford trying to defend on the outside, side by side through 3 and 4. We are 13 laps in, completing lap 13. Put Hickson into second. Put Tyler Brown into third. We have a caution. Caution on the Speedway for what looked like a wreck between Justin Brown, Aaron Bunker, Joshua Slate. We'll have to see what's going on there. Let's go back and look at that. Just contact, and finally he goes around. Nowhere to go there. Ooh, and got a car on top of another car back there. Into turn 3. Looks like the 54 gets into lap car, and the 24 gets scooped. Got the 21 of Justin Brown. So it looks like only the drivers involved in the wreck took this opportunity to come to the pits. These guys saving those tires. Only 2 sets of tires here, and we're only on lap 16. Let's see if we can chat with one of our drivers here. Hey, Brandon, you got a copy?
I do.
Boy, it was interesting from your standpoint. What did you see there?
It looked like maybe the 54 might have got into the back of maybe Slater up there, and the guy beside me reacted and kind of jerked down, I think, and it just kind of all came together.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting start for you too. First few laps, you had a car sideways right in front of you on the high side too.
Yeah, I had to lock it down and got into the wall a little bit, but I don't think I got too much damage from it.
So what are you tire saving right now, or trying to get out of traffic, or?
Well, I'm saving tires. I want to kind of one stop. I think some of them's going to do 2 stops. I'd much rather do one.
Yeah. Well, if we go green, that'll work out for you. So we'll see how it goes. Good luck. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
Brandon Elder in the 51, saving tires, and that's that's important here because you got 2 sets of tires, and this is a tire eat kind of track, and honestly, with these cars, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to save tires, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. We got one to go here. We'll see how this restart plays out because these guys know that these tires like to spin. So the older they get, the harder this is going to be. We'll see if everybody can kind of hang on this restart. Green flag's out, and everybody gets a good start. Looks like the 88 gets a better start on the outside, takes the lead, Donald Hickson. Through 3 and 4, Hickson gives up a little bit of time. 14 coming back to him. And that 76 of Tyler Brown right there behind them as well. The battle's for 4th right now. Sherwood Williford, Tony Solari. So Williford hangs on to it. To the inside is the 14, Lane Allen, trying to retake the lead. Close quarters racing here, down through 3 and 4, off of 4. Give the lead back to Lane Allen for that lap, but the 88 is going to fight hard on the outside, Donald Hickson. Hitting those bumps, you see the car jerking, bouncing there. 14, Lane Allen trying to take this lead on the inside. Again, Lane at the line is going to have the lead. Is he going to clear up here in turn 1 and 2? He's going to try. The 88 tries to stay there, but give the lane to Lane. Meanwhile, now Tyler Brown is starting to work over the 88 of Hickson. Makes the pass look easy on the inside, takes that position. Meanwhile, Tony Solari back here was able to get by Sherwood Williford for 4th place. Now he's starting to close up on this threesome. Meanwhile, back here we got a battle with Brandon Elder and the 54 of Rick Allen. I'm sorry, Rick Webb, not Rick Allen. Back up front, still the 14. And the 76 is starting to close in. And the 11 is starting to close in on the 88. 11 to the inside of the 88. Put Tony Solari up to 3rd place. And we got a change or a battle for the lead. The 76 of Tyler Brown looking to the inside of the 14 of Lane Allen. Give Tyler Brown the position off 2. Now Tony Solari start to close in on this 2 as well. Sherwood Williford back here in 5th. Now, Tony Solari's closed up on the 14 of Lane Allen. Meanwhile, the 76 of Tyler Brown is starting to eke out a little bit of a lead now over a 2nd lead over the 14 of Allen. the back to the front already. We're on lap 31 of 150. On board with the 11 of Tony Solari, looking towards the 14 of Lane Allen. See how much they're having to pedal these cars. You just want to stomp it, but you can't. Now he's to the inside. Inside of the 14 of Allen. And he makes the pass, so move the 11 into first or second place. Now we'll see if he can close that 2.2 second gap that Tyler has opened up. Pretty spread out here for the top three. And then fourth back here. And Brandon Elder moved up to fifth. Sherwood Williford falls to sixth. So Brandon Elder starting to make a charge now, trying to get to the front. Talking to some of these guys, they didn't say they were going to try to save some tires. Brandon Elder said he wants to try to make it on a one-stop race. Some of these guys thinking about stopping twice. Yeah, now 2.4 seconds. Tyler Brown opening up just a little bit, but we also don't know how much tire he's using. Go back on board the 11. You can just listen to how much he's having to kind of take it easy. Well, he's in the wall there. Let's see what Tyler Brown's doing. Sounds like he's got a little more tire spin, which could hurt him on the long run. But he's not hurting for speed right now. Well, we're back on here with Brandon Elder. He's starting to close in on the 88 of Donald Hickson. Hickson loose there up 4. Kick that rear end out a little bit. Brennan Elder trying to close in and take advantage of that. To the inside. '88 trying to get that straight line off the corner, trying to get the power down. And the 51 trying to take the short way around, and that's where you end up. If you're not careful, you'll find each other off the corner. And Brennan Elder's going to finish the pass here, and he will. He'll take over 4th place. So the 51 up to 4th. And the 88 back to 5th. Let's see where your favorite driver is running. Tony Solari way high in turn. Loose off the corner. Everybody's going to be fighting that off the corner, though. These tracks, like I said, this track being so bumpy, old, worn-out surface, you're just trying to get the grip. Tyler Brown now has a 5.4 second lead over the 11 of Tony Solari in second. But Tony is about 3.3 seconds ahead of the 14 of Lane Allen, who runs third. Tyler Brown's still running some of the faster laps. So he gets around the 33 of Williford there. 58 laps into 150 laps. So 33 of Williford has issues. Yeah, maybe not. Brandon Elder's starting to close in on the 14 of Lane Allen. He's one of the faster guys out there. Actually was faster than Tyler that lap by about a tenth. At that very bottom. And saving those tires may have worked out for the 51. He is closing up on Lane. This is the closest battle out here right now. Tyler Brown continues to lead out here. He goes by the 54 machine of Rick Webb. Now 5 cars on the lead lap. It's out here cruising, but you see right there he's still fighting the car. You have to continue to have the mental focus to drive this car. I mean, he's still having to manhandle this car. Lap 65 of 150 complete. When will these guys choose to pit? They have 2 sets of tires. Some of the guys said they are only going to change once if they can. And it looks like the majority of the field is going for that strategy. Now Brandon Elder closes even closer to the 14 of Allen. I think this is an eventuality here. He wants to get by the 14, see if he can close that 4-second gap to Tony Solari from these guys. There's the 11 of Solari running in second. About 9.2 seconds behind the lead. So Tyler Brown's setting a blistering pace out front. And he is starting to fall back a little bit into the clutches of the 14 and 51. I say that 4 seconds back, but starting to fall off just a little bit. Here's his battle for third. 14 of Allen. And you have the 51 of Elder behind him trying to make that pass from Gaffney, South Carolina. Fastest car on track is still that 76 out front. Continues to set a blistering pace. There he is, your leader, number 76, Tyler Brown. Coming up to try to put a lap on the 88 of Donald Hickson. Donald's going to try to stay on this lead lap in case something happens. Oh, 88 tried to pit, missed pit road. Luckily, did not hit those barrels. He's going to have to go around and try again. See if he's able to make it in this time. This is a tricky pit road to get onto. And he does make it. So now he's on pit road. These guys have to decide when they want to pit. Brandon Elder on pit road. So he's the first of the lead lap cars to hit pit road. Well, yeah, technically. Now Tony Solari is in. Ooh, he missed his pit stall. He had to back up. Lane Allen coming into pit road. Tony Solari is gone. Lane hits his mark. So now the only one left to pit on the lead lap would be the 76 of Tyler Brown. And these guys here are going to try to make up as much time as they can right now. Rick Webb is on pit road. Sherwood Williford back on pit road for his second stop. So it looks like Tyler Brown's last lap was in 1962. And everybody that stopped is basically running, well, Tony Sawyer ran at 1870 his last lap. Here comes Tyler Brown into the pits. Let's see where Tony blends out here when Tyler finishes his pit stop. Ooh, Tyler missed his pit box. He's going to have to back up. Tyler is running the short oval. Looks like he had to tow. Tragedy. That hands the lead over to Tony Solari in the 11. That's a tough. That's tough, right? Tyler Brown had this one locked up. Comes in, misses his stall. Had to tow, and is now exiting the pits a lap down. Fastest car on track though. Where can he get back to? I'm sure these guys are in shock when they see that. So now you got Tony Solari out front leading. Second, it's going to be Brandon Elder after the pit stops. Lane Allen in third. Donald Hickson in 4th. You have Rick Webb in 5th. Sherwood Williford in 6th. Justin Brown in 7th. And then Tyler Brown after that issue on pit road is now 8th place. 2 laps down. Sorry, one lap down, I believe. "93 laps in the books here. Now 90 clicks up to 94. 56 laps remaining here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Lane Allen has gotten by the 51 of Brandon Elder for 2nd, so Lane's making a charge here. Got 3 seconds to make up on the 11 of Tony Solari, but the 14 does have fresher tires a little bit, so we'll see how big of a difference that makes. He is gaining a little bit. He gained a 10th that lap. Go board here. You see that he's gaining the times. With the lap time delta, you can see he's cutting into the lead. He's down to 2.3 seconds. Now 2.2, 2.1. So he is making up the time he needs to make up. The question is, does he have time to get there? 47 laps left here in this race. You can see him on the same straightaway now. There's Tony. And there's the chasing Lane Allen in the 14. Got it down to 1.6 seconds. He is definitely coming. "45 laps to go. Board with Tony Sawyer, looking back at Lane Allen, who's got it down to 1.2 seconds now. traffic for these guys coming out. Close, just around there. The 21, that was close. It cost the 11th some time as well. Now it's 0.7, 7/10 of a second back to the 14 of Allen, who's made up 3 seconds in this run and continues to close in. 40 laps to go here at Nashville Fairgrounds. There's the distance. Now 9/10 of a second. Looks like Tony stretched it back out a little bit. Was Tony saving a little bit? Is that why lane closed in? I don't think he's saving anything. He's really loose off the corner there. Now it's down to half a second with 6/10 of a second. Catching them is one thing, passing them is another. These guys are fighting for everything they've got. Still 6/10 of a second between the 14 and the 11. Brandon Elder now in third, now 5 seconds back. Could not hang with the 14. And just to give you an update, Hickson still running fourth. Tyler Brown up to fifth, but he's still a lap down. What a heartbreaker for the 76. Definitely the fastest car here tonight. Still the fastest car, just had some issues in pit road. Solari still leading down. It's down to 4/10 of a second between the front two, and he's there. What can Solari do to put up a fight? They have 30 laps to go here. Solari running a little bit higher line than the 11, than the 14. In the wall a little bit, runs way high. These guys know that these cars are not going to drive any better going forward. This is the battle for the win and the $50 grand prize tonight. These guys both know it. Couple of regulars here at FTSR fighting it out. Now the 14 looks on the inside. The 11 running high. Side by side down the backstretch. Can he finish this pass? 14 stays low. And he does. As 11 gets loose, 14 takes the lead here with 26 laps to go. So the 14 of Lane Allen continuing to lead here at Nashville Fairgrounds. 25 laps to go. 25 laps to that $50 prize. And clearly he's got a faster car right now than the 11 of Solari. Continues to stretch it out over a second. Now all he needs to do is hang on for 25, now 24 more laps. Lap traffic coming up in front of him. He just hopes everybody holds it nice and steady. Still a long way to go. He hopes everybody just keeps it straight. See a car getting the wall there, back there behind us. I think it's the 21. '76 still running fifth. 7.8 seconds up to the 88, which is the next car for position. Right there, Donald Hickson. '51 of Brandon Elder running in third. 6 seconds behind Tony Solari, who's running second. And now a 1.7 second lead by the 14 of Lane Allen. Under 20 laps to go, 19 to go, now 18 to go this time by. Boy, this 14's still fighting the wheel there down the straightaway. You can see it. One caution so far tonight, only the first caution way early in the event. We've been green ever since at green flag pit stops, where it all went wrong for the leader at the current time. The 76 of Tyler Brown missed his pit stall, had to circle back around, cost himself a lap in the lead. And then the 11 of Tony Solari took over. Lane Allen pitted a little bit earlier than some of these guys, so he came out third, worked his way by the 51 of Brandon Elder for second, then made up a 4-second deficit to the 11 of Tony Solari and was able to pass him, and now in the lead and 15 laps away from $50 and a win here at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. No real battles around the track at this point. 14 continues to stretch it out a little bit. 1.7 seconds over the 11 of Solari. Got a little lap traffic to deal with here before we end it. 12 laps to go. The 54 of Rick Webb in front of him. Rick currently running 7th. Sherwood Williford in 6th. And then you get to Tyler Brown, who's made it up to 5th. And the 14 is just saying, do not wreck in front of me. And he doesn't want to see a caution either. Being very careful here. Down the backstretch, he gets by the 54. 10 laps to go here at Nashville. Long night for these guys. I tell you, we had that one caution, and these guys have had to manhandle these cars ever since about lap 15 to 20. Sherwood Williford and Rick Webb battle for position back here. That's for 6th place. Rick trying to grab that, and does. Brandon Elder just floating around in 3rd place right now. No battles around him. 8.8 seconds to Tony Solari and 13 seconds back to Donald Hickson, so he's just in his own groove here. Donald Hickson trying to hang on to 4th place. Tyler Brown trying to run him down. And then Rick Webb, who just got by Sherwood Williford. That's 6th and 7th. Three cars on the lead lap. Brandon Elder, Tony Solari, and of course your leader, 14 of Lane Allen, who is the story tonight so far. 5 laps to go, coming around to 4 to go here in Nashville. He is continuing to lead, pull out a gap, now 2.4 seconds over the 11 of Solari. At this point, you're listening to the car and you're hearing all kind of things. Is the car broke? And you're trying to keep it on the track, keep it straight. Don't hit the wall. Make sure you hit the brakes at the right point. Make sure you don't get in the throttle too much and spin it off the corner. These old tires, just trying to hang on. Two laps to go. .1 seconds back to second. No pressure there. 1 lap car in front. Through 3 and 4, he'll see the white flag this time by. 1 lap to go here at Nashville for the FTSR Saturday Night Money Race. Lane taking it easy through 1 and 2, just cruising. 3.1 second lead, nothing to worry about. Out back, down the backstretch into turn 3. He lays it in there nicely through 3, out of turn 4. Your winner tonight, the FTSR Saturday Night Money Race at Nashville, goes to Lane Allen. Second place will be Tony Solari. Third, Brandon Elder. And that's your lead lap finishers after 1 caution tonight only. Tyler Brown was able to come back to 4th, getting around the 88 of Donald Hickson, who rounds out your top 5. But your big winner tonight, $50 richer, and able to claim a checkered flag here at Nashville Fairgrounds, the 14 of Lane Allen. Let's see if we can talk to your top 3. Let's see, we got Brandon Elder. Brandon, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, it had to be a long one for you out there. Long green flag run there. We got what you wanted, just the 1 caution flag. But yeah, 3rd place finish out there.
Yeah, we did. That pit stop, we made the wrong adjustment. We tightened it up instead of loosening it up. So we'll be having a discussion on that. But yeah, so it was pretty bad. It yeah, it had potential, but it was just the wrong adjustment made it really bad.
It looked like a handful for a lot of people out there was struggling with um, handling on with the car. I mean, with the power that the car has, it's hard to get horsepower, hard to get the power to the ground off the corner. I'm sure, but yeah, it just looked like a lot of people battling the car setup tonight.
Yeah, it was even as tight as I was, it was still a challenge to put down the power on the exit of two, especially. I mean, it was just. I mean, you'd be going down the straightaway, and you could still light the tires up and turn sideways going down the straightaway.
Well, you had a good battle with Lane there. Lane, I guess, had a little bit fresher tires or something. He come back up through there and got by you and was able to chase down Tony. Do you think you could have held on to that second place with him, or did you expect him to kind of come through the field?
No, I expected him to get me, and I knew he was going to get on up through there. He made the correct change at pit stop when he pitted, and I went the wrong way with the change. So we was just chasing two different ends there, and he won.
Well, I know you talked about the difficulty of pit road. We saw the 76 have issues on pit road. Unfortunately, took him out of the running. He was clearly the class of the field, but you were able to get on there cleanly. Any issues? Anything you noticed out there getting to pit road?
Um, Not really, but if you were not careful, you would hit the end of the pit wall. I mean, that's a definite. If you wasn't careful turning in on the old tires, it just did not. It didn't want to turn.
Well, you had a good run out there. Third place finish. Thought you had something for him early on there before that stop, and I guess that's due to some of the setup changes that were or were not made
They were made. They were just incorrect.
the wrong direction. But hey, it was a good run. Lucky you had fun out there. And again, congratulations. I'll hand you the mic. Anybody watching out there you want to thank or any sponsor?
Uh, well, we can thank Sharpie. I mean, they put together a sharp paint job tonight. It's unique and it's interesting and it's just I don't know. I kind of like it. I might venture on out and see if they want to sponsor other rides.
I do like that paint job. It does kind of pop out there. No colors, but it certainly makes an impression for sure. So look forward to it. Again, congratulations, third place tonight, and we'll see you next time.
All right.
All right, let's see if we can get our second place finisher in here. Where is he at? Right here. Tony, you got a copy?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What's up?
Tony Solari, second place finish tonight, man. Did you have anything to hold off Lane? Because I saw him coming, and then he sit there behind you. Then you picked up a little speed, it looked like, and I was like, well, maybe you can hold him off. But man, he was just too strong, it looked like.
Yeah, he made some adjustments during the race, and my car felt decent the first run, so I wasn't really looking to change anything, but it got pretty tight there, and yeah, I just didn't have it in me to get him, and hey, it's all good, man. We and it was an FTSR 123, so that's always cool.
Yeah, it looked I would say fun, but a little challenging out there too. I know we were talking about people struggling with the handling, trying to get the power down off the corner, just the usual stuff with this car, and especially at this kind of a track. I know you said before the race that you really enjoyed this track. Tell us a little bit about the track.
It's just bumpy. It's kind of fast. I don't know. And I mean, for me to say I love an oval, this is probably one of them that's on the top of my list. It's just a fun track. It's got a lot of character to it, and it runs like this in just about every car. But this Gen 4 really accentuates it, and it's almost like running a dirt track, really. And that's probably why I like it so much. But yeah,
Yeah,
fun track.
yeah, and we speaking of the track and all, we this pit road is one of the toughest ones to get onto. We saw a few missed pit road, and we saw the issues with Tyler, who actually missed his pit stall. I mean, what was going through your head when you come back out and you had the lead and Tyler had his issues?
Well, yeah, I didn't realize the spotter said, leader's coming in again, and I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's just a glitch on his edge. And then Brandon's like, oh yeah, Tony's got the lead now. I'm like, and then finally looked down. I was really concentrating. I mean, that's definitely a car and a track that you can't break concentration on, and the VR kind of helps me focus as much as I possibly can, even though I do space out every now and again. But Yeah, I didn't even realize it. And then I started realizing, spotter's like, Lane's coming. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of assumed. It's only too good to be true, right?
Well, he was almost 4 seconds back there. He had to make up all that time. Did a hell of a job making up the time he needed to. But again, I was like, well, he got there. You know what they always say, catching a guy is one thing, passing's another. I was like, well, maybe he gets there and he can hold him off. And man, he looked extremely fast once he got position on the inside. He just zoomed on around.
Yeah, he was hanging back there, and even after he passed me, I'm like, well, geez, that finally took long enough,
Yeah,
because he was hanging back there forever. I'm like, when is this gonna end?
yeah.
So I knew he was coming. Like I said, the truck wasn't handling it as good as it was the first round, so it is what it is. I was hoping maybe for a late rate caution. I'm sure Tyler probably would have appreciated that too, but. Yeah, it was a good race overall. I mean, these are fun cars, fun track. I don't know if I'd want to do a season of these, but they're fun every now and again. And you got to remember too, most of us we've only played with this car for the first hour before the race started. So I mean, I didn't have a setup or anything before this thing started, and with no track experience, no car experience, just come out here and just have some fun.
Well, fun was the key word. Definitely like fun out there. Hope you had fun. Second place tonight. Good run overall as well. Congratulations again. I'll let it, give you the floor.
Just thank Tyler for putting this on. Congrats, Lane, and mom and dad, and anybody else out there watching. That's it.
All right. Well, second place tonight, Tony Solari in the 11, and he had fun. Fun was the key word, and sounded like he had a lot of it. So let's go ahead and jump and see if we can find our winner for the night in the number 14 Mountain Dew Chevy. It's going to be Lane Allen. Lane, congratulations. You are $50 richer, and you've taken on the checkered flag here at Nashville. Lane Allen, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Lane, again, congratulations. Man, that car looks strong out there. Able to make up a 4 second deficit on Tony, get by him, and then stretch it out. It looked like it was on rails.
It's definitely better on the second run. I got tight on that first run, and Tony ran me down and pulled away from me on that first run. I had to loosen her up on that pit stop, and it seemed to work pretty good.
Well, that's what Brandon Elder said, that he wouldn't make changes, made the wrong change. You made the right change. Again, a rocket ship. But man, we saw Tyler Brown out there. He was the class of the field early on. Had issues on pit road. Um, how
Yeah,
was
I don't know if I could have held him off if he didn't get that penalty. He would have probably got it.
Well, you did everything right. You was able to manage pit road there. I know pit road's a tough one. Tell us a little bit about this car and this car track combo. I mean, how I know it's bumpy out there. The track's bumpy, but how does the car handle here? And did it get worse, much worse on old tires, or did it stay about the same?
I stayed about the same on the second run. I had good even tire wear on the right sides on that second run. It was way off on the first run though. I got really tight.
Well, you did a good job making the right changes. I mean, that's the key there. And man, it looked like it was hooked up. So again, congratulations. I'll give you the floor. Anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to mention?
Yeah, thank everybody here, FTSR and Tyler for putting the race on, and you for broadcasting it, supplying a place to do it.
We enjoyed watching tonight. It was entertaining, interesting for sure. You did it the best. $50 richer. Got the checkered flag. And go enjoy some champagne. We'll see you next time. And again, congratulations tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot now.
Lane Allen, your winner in the number 14 Mountain Dew Chevrolet. Let's see if we can look at the results here. If they will pull up. There they go. You see Lane Allen, your winner. Tony Solari second. Brandon Elder finishes third. Tyler Brown rebounds to a 4th place finish. Donald Hickson in 5th. Rick Webb finishes in 6th place. Sherwood Williford in 7th. Justin Brown in 8th. You got Joshua Slate and Aaron Bunker finishing out your top 10 there. The guys that actually completed a lap. So it was an interesting race tonight. Just the one caution, and it made for an entertaining pit strategy race. We had some issues on pit road, but in the end, the 11 of Lane Allen got, the 14 of Lane Allen got the checkered flag. Was able to come around the 11 of Tony Solari at the end and take home the win, $50 richer. Well, thank you guys for watching on Full Throttle TV and Full Throttle Sim Racing. My name is Bernie Hanna, and we'll see you next time here